shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready, yellow lady. 56, right there, 56. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
56 is the mic.
Hey, Orbit.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But now it's third down.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
61, matchbox right.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. And come on out here, come get some. Come get some, come on here, come get some.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Here we go. 12.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
21. Pilot, 64. Wait.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
I got you.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Breeze now to throw. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Like 20.
Don't get nervous.
They run with Breida. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They come out here in the eye. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Murray. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Check safety, check safety. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check with you, kill. Get that ball, honey. Shit, watch the shit. Hey, wahoo.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Mike's 56. Right, twist, right, twist, right, twist.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 21, 21. Here we go.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This is Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is Breida on the draw. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now a second down run for Murray. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Bravo. Hey, Q.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to...
That's caught inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 81 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
That's around 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
12, fellas, here we go.
56.
12.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11, 65. Hey, Haywood.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here we go.
Alex Anzalone in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 56. I'm going to run you over. Kill.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Ginn. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to
touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a give to Breida. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. On third down, a run from Breida. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pick your game up. 25, check 25, check 25.
Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm scared. Small. Mike 20. Hey, easy. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Guys,
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. No. 5-9. Hey, easy.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
54, right there. Hey, echo. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check nickel. Save.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go. 180.
54. You're not ready.
21.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
13.
To throw is Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 9.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The 19-yard line.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
Bang, 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 bang.
Again, it's Kamara. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
56, check 56.
On third down, Murray. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 20, Mike 20. We didn't want this. Mike 20.
Here's Brees to throw. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Ready. Yellow lady.
They run it again with Kamara. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14.
Here we go, here we go.
So don't say nothing.
Here's Brees. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Pettis on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Go ahead.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
13.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
You got nothing.
Nick.
Getting it home.
Hey, you.
He's checking credit. Watch twist.
2.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like the belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow.